Narcissists tend to be in abusive relationships that are not healthy. Whatever the cause, it is said that the effect does not change. We hope you will now pay attention to the many potential causes of narcissists.
1. Insensitive nurturing environment.
If parents are cold or indifferent to their children, they say that it creates a nurturing environment in which the child cannot grow up properly. Children spend most of their day figuring out how to get love and attention from aloof parents. Parental neglect leads to deep self-doubt. A child who doesn't get the attention he needs at home wants to feel whole. That's why you seek the love and approval of others. Children learn how to empathize with each other through relationships. It starts with the relationship with the parents. But what about the child who grew up without receiving approval and empathy from the parents? You don't even know how to empathize with others, or what empathy is.
2. Excessive praise or pampering.
Children first learn by watching their caregivers, usually their parents.
You are more special than others.
It is easy for a child who grew up hearing, "You are more special than others," to believe it. What happens when parents don't teach their children the law of being responsible for their actions, or the value of earning privileges? It's the same as raising someone to think that others are less important than yourself.
As these children grow up, they may have the following mindset. First, those who are unlucky have brought themselves into this situation. Second, there are some great people worth taking the time to meet, and you can ignore the rest. 3. Excessive criticism.
When parental criticism persists, a child can have significant difficulty understanding who they really are. In the meantime, they accept all the negative words they have heard from their caregivers and show excessive desire to achieve to prove themselves competent. Growing children try to believe that they are more valuable than what they have been told. At the same time, you can get caught up in an inner conflict where you think you're not good enough. Of course, too much criticism hurts anyone. But young children are incapable of dealing with the emotional after effects of being constantly told that they are not meeting their expectations.
4. Trauma.
Abuse erodes a person's self-esteem.
You are worthless and like a terrible burden to yourself.
The abuser tells his victims, "You are of little worth and a terrible burden to yourself." Children raised in this environment do not develop a sense of self-identity, self-strength, or self-esteem. Instead, as they grow up, they begin to develop a narcissistic personality, because you have no choice but to seek the approval of others. For them, the source of their vitality is the compliments from others. This is often referred to as the source of supply.
5. Extremely high expectations.
This type can develop when one of the parents sees the child as part of himself and sees the child's failures as his own failures. This includes cases in which parents have inappropriate expectations that do not allow for any mistakes or failures in their children. The child may reach the expectations set by the parents. "But I've spent so much energy doing it that I don't have time to explore who I am or what values are important to me. Achievement is the only value." So you can form a personality that needs to be the best in everything you do.
6. Gene abnormalities.
Kamila Young-Kaliak-Shuda and Wozek-Zakovsky published their findings in the journal Medical Science Monitor as follows. In the emotional realm, empathy is primarily understood as the ability to experience and share the feelings of others. From a cognitive perspective, empathy is the ability to imagine and understand the feelings and motives of others. It is also the ability to be consciously aware of the thoughts, intentions, and desires of others. Damage to that part of the brain can lead to a personality that focuses more on oneself than on others. In particular, this lack of empathy is a fundamental personality trait of narcissists. Today, we looked at 6 causes of narcissists. I hope today's video has been helpful. Thanks. Bye.